All right, welcome again. Cooking and eating and enjoying food with Big O here, where we're going after the diabetes, focusing on diabetes, and we're going ahead long trying to eat to control blood sugar. Now, I did a couple of videos on hamburgers, and the reason why I like to touch hamburgers is this. Hamburgers are a staple American food. And when you're telling someone, don't eat this and don't eat that because of their health, it's tough to turn away from hamburgers, you know? And but it's good to know if you could actually eat it sometimes. So like me, I don't eat hamburger. I maybe eat hamburgers for a whole year 2 or 3 times. For several reasons, because the way hamburgers are made, especially commercially, it affects your cholesterol, it affects different things. But we see sometimes you could eat it once in a while and it wouldn't affect your blood sugar too much. But what about if you do it at home? What about if you do it at home with healthy bread, like whole oat bread? Would it be a different? So I don't know. So what I'm gonna do is try that and say, you can't eat hamburgers outside too often, maybe once a month, once every 5 months, once a year, because it's just not something I recommend. But as a treat, I believe you should be able to eat anything you want to eat as a treat. And within reason, right? But can you make hamburgers more often at home if you like hamburgers? Say once a week. The only way to know is to test it and see what a homemade hamburger will do with some healthy, either homemade bread or commercial bread that's good. Now, I've made hamburgers at home before with homemade bread that I made, but I hadn't made it with bread that I purchased. You see? So I purchased some bread at Whole Foods. Sometimes we eat some of these at Whole Foods. You can't really, have a name, but it's made locally at home, Whole Foods. And it's usually, it has a lot of grain in it. Lots of grain in this bread and oats and so on. So this is supposed to be good. And I know it's not that bad because we eat every now and then, one slice or so. So I'm going to try to make the hamburger with that, with the fresh patty meat that I turn into patties here. So I just kind of season this with some natural seasoning and light salt and black pepper, and that's it. So what I want to see is if I make my hamburger at home, can I eat it more often? Okay, because the meat. This is fresh ground beef, right? I got 80% ground beef here. It'd be better if I had 90%, but I didn't have that. I have 80%. And there's no chemicals in here, no sugars, and no artificial seasoning in here. So would it be better than the commercial burger? Let's see. And with the oat and rye and seed bread from Whole Foods. Alright? So this video here, I'm going to try that. And if this works out and give me a good blood sugar reading, then I can do this at home at parties or pool party or just friends come over. But I never going to make hamburger and bread a daily part of my diet. But you have to know what you can eat daily and what you can eat occasionally and what you can eat just for curiosity or just for the taste buds. You can't just be eliminating it to live a boring life, right? So the idea here is to do this and let you know how I feel about it and how it affects me. So this hamburger is going to take a little minute to cook. I'm cooking inside because I'm not ready to go outside yet. Early spring and it's still kind of allergies outside, Can't do the allergies yet. And this pot I have here is a very nice pot designed for grilling inside. So it usually do a pretty good job of grilling. Alright. So I will grill this and then prepare it and let you see how I set up my hamburger and then test my blood before I eat it and then an hour and a half after I eat it and let you know how it works out. Because again, hamburger is American food. It's our food. I mean, if it's food, that's it. Doesn't mean every football game, every game we want some hamburgers, right? We have to do daily, but can we eat it for entertainment? All right, especially if we do it at home. All right, so let's see. Okay, I did Dairy Queen hamburger, and it wasn't bad for the blood sugar, but the amount of grease and stuff in that thing, you don't want to eat that too often because cholesterol and so on. But if this work out better, this is the cholesterol, has the same effect of cholesterol and so on, but you won't have any artificial flavors or any artificial seasoning in the meat, which will make a big difference, right? That's the difference between home and commercial. All right, so let me take some time and cook this, and then I will get to preparing it and get it ready to eat it, and we'll see how it work out. Okay, so my hamburger is ready. It didn't take long to prepare that. I guess it would take about, 10 minutes to prepare hamburger meal. That's why it's so convenient. Oh, so this is what I'm going to do. This is my ingredients for my hamburger. I have some Danish cheese. I don't do, like I say, I don't do a lot of cheese too often. Once or twice a week I'll do cheese because cheese has some good stuff in it. Everything has some negative and some good. Cheese has really good stuff in it, but I don't do it too often. So I do like twice a week I'll eat cheese. And I have some cucumber, some tomatoes, some red onions, and the hamburger meat, which is fresh ground patty that I season and make my hamburger and form into my hamburger patty. So it's all homemade hamburger from fresh meat. And then I have this bread. I'm not going to use a hamburger bun because I couldn't find a hamburger bun that I think was really good, But this bread here, my wife eat this, and it's from Whole Foods, and we didn't make it at home, but it has lots of seeds, lots of oats, and so on in it. And it only has like 2 grams of sugar. So I'm assuming this bread is going to be very good, right? So I never really tested this bread before. So, and I don't eat a lot of bread unless I make it at home the way I want it without flour, using substitute flours. So this time I'm eating this bread from Whole Foods without flour in it. So how will this impact my blood sugar? I don't know. But can I eat a hamburger at a pool event or at a house gathering? Or can I eat a hamburger during a football game or a basketball game or a playoff or something? And I need to know that, right? If I'm at somewhere and they're serving it, should I stay hungry or should I eat it? We know these are not designed for daily meals, right? But you need to know when you could eat them, okay? And whether you could eat at home or should you eat commercial. So that's the purpose of this test here. So I'm gonna make my sandwich. I'm thinking of making a double. Should I make a double? Nah, that'd be too much. I can't, I'm too fat. It'd be too big. So I'm gonna make it a single because it's a pretty thick piece of meat here. I'll make it a single, and I'm going to put my other ingredients. I'm not going to put any ketchup, any mustard, any kind of a sauce, because those things are processed. I don't want any processed stuff in here. The bread is already, this bread is made at Whole Foods every day, and it may have some processed stuff in it, but I'll take a chance with that for today. But I'm not going to add any processed sauces in here. Okay, to keep that under control. So I'm just adding my onions and my fresh herbs in. And then I shall. So I'm about to eat this hamburger. I didn't put my cheese on it. I gotta put my cheese on here. I forget to put my little cheese. This cheese tastes pretty good. This Danish cheese. It's not a regular everyday thing, but it's pretty good when you do get it, when you do decide to eat it. And what I forget to show you is my blood sugar reading. So before I took my blood sugar a couple minutes ago, and there's my reading, the top one, right? I'm at 89. See, I'm always keeping good readings, almost under 120, under 100, early in the mornings. And this is, I had breakfast already, and I had a breakfast and I fasted about 4 or 5 hours, and I'm at 89 again. It's pretty good, because I had a really good breakfast. My breakfast didn't spike me this morning. So I'm starting at 89. And it's a beautiful hamburger, and let's see how this is going to work out, okay? This should be good, but again, I'm not sure. So I'll go ahead and eat this, and I'll come back in an hour and a half and let you know, was this homemade hamburger good as compared to, if you look at my other videos, to the commercial burgers, right? And meat, I get everything in this, protein and the vegetables and stuff. So there is some healthy aspect to this, right? And that I, since it's fresh meat, okay? So if you want to eat hamburger and this workout, then we can do this, right? At least once a week or so. But let's see, all right? I'll be back in about an hour and a half, let you know how it works. I'll be having a cup of coffee too. Because I'm not drinking any juices, you know that, any sweet stuff, okay? This is here, a cup of coffee. All right, I'll be back in a little bit. Time to eat, okay? None for you. Okay, well, thanks for waiting around to see how the results of my hamburger was. I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to go straight to the results and then explain my analysis of the results. Okay, so I just took my blood and it's 139. 139. So my analysis is this. It came under my 140. So as far as blood sugar go, it was okay, right? Now I'm only talking about blood sugar, okay? We're talking about anything else, cholesterol, anything else, okay? Next thing is that as far as my acid reflux go, or as far as the burning of the chest, it was nil, right? Because I didn't put any sauce in it. It was perfect in my system. It's settled nicely, had no problem with it. Now, I did a video yesterday where I went to Dairy Queen and had a hamburger there. It was the same, similar reading. They both were on just under 140. That was 136, is 139. So what that tells me there is that it doesn't matter what kind of bread I eat on a hamburger. Bread is bread. You know, the idea of the bread is whole food bread with nuts, a whole grain, and all that stuff. As far as I've been seeing, it don't really make any difference whether it's white bread or whole grain bread. The spike is about the same thing. So it didn't matter in this case for me, eating a hamburger at home or buying it in Dairy Queen. Now, I don't know about other places, only Dairy Queen I bought one. It's the same thing, same effect on blood sugar only. Now, I don't know if other aspects of your health, like cholesterol and so on, if it make a difference, because I'm not testing that. I don't know much about that, and I have no way to test that. So I'm not going to spend time on that. But I'm sticking with the blood sugar, they're about the same. So if you're eating a hamburger just for the treat, it really doesn't matter if you eat it out or eat it at home. The only difference I've seen is the way it feels in your stomach. So I recommend at home for the good settling in the stomach, because you control the seasonings and the chemicals that goes in that. So at home is better. But as far as your blood sugar, it didn't make no difference. But as far as other health, other feelings, home won out to me over commercial. So if you have to eat a burger for an event at home, or every 2 weeks you have family, whatever come over, do it at home. I think it's much better to do it at home, right? And avoid outside, because it seems as though based on my feelings of eating, I felt really upset and kind of weird. Although the hamburger tastes good outside, it kind of make my body feel kind of weird. This didn't do that to me, right? But as far as, again, I'll repeat one more time, as far as blood sugar go, they were the same, right? So I would continue to recommend hamburger as a treat, because you have to eat the bread with it, and I don't really like to encourage eating too much of the bread. But as a treat, I say it's okay. You know, once a month, whenever you feel like it's a treat, but don't make it part of your routine, you know, because you don't believe other effects. But that's my analysis of the hamburger. Home or away, on the blood sugar, from Oswald Peters, from bigger point of view, it was the same. All right. So I don't have to test that again and worry about that. I just have to continue my life, eating good. And whenever I feel like eating a burger, I know what will happen when I eat one. And that's the whole idea. To give you an idea, what will happen when you eat a hamburger, whether it's at home or it's in the store. Now check out my other videos, okay? Check out my Dairy Queen video, check out other videos I've done with hamburgers, and kind of put them all together and see how different analysis I have of different times, you know? And look at all my videos. I am up to about 62 videos now, you know? And I'm getting content, and I think I'm enjoying doing it, and I hope you're enjoying it. So subscribe, like, and let me know you're enjoying it, right? And you're learning something and helping you, okay? Because you're getting a 2-for-1 here. You're getting with my videos and my information, you get a chance to see how I do it, and you get to learn what kind of food affects your blood sugar, and also learning a little bit about fasting and weight loss. So that's a 3-for-1 really, not 2. You see? So I think it's good stuff. And I'm gonna keep doing it, but let me know you're enjoying it. You know, subscribe and let me know you're enjoying it. And also when you subscribe, Google will share it with more people. So you helping me help other people with diabetes. You know, there's a lot of stuff I could put on YouTube. I can do a lot of different things just to get a video out there, but I always want to do a video where I can help. And that's why I waited so long to do a video, because I couldn't think of anything that was really helpful. I could think of things that were funny or things that people laugh, but I wasn't really feel like making people laugh too much, but I wanted something more to help. And I watch videos for laughter and I enjoy those, you know, and they are great videos. But I wanted to participate on the YouTube video blogging as a person that helping in health. That was something I wanted to do personally. So I'm happy I found this, and I'm going to keep with it, and I'll keep doing it. And you can help me and support me by subscribing and encouraging Google to spread my videos around, okay? So blessings. So you see, home away. Control the spikes to enjoy your life, all right? Come back again and check out all bigger videos. Love you guys.